There it is, yes. Good morning, Beacon. Come on, what's the good morning, Beacon? Look, I was hoping to get a few dogs that would say bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. So it is good to see all of you this morning. We are, of course, as you can see, the flood. Well, this is not really a flood. I mean, even though this could look like Noah's Ark quite soon as we keep filling in the space. I'm really grateful to see this moment, and I'm glad to share it with you all. I am Reverend J. Exodus, like protege, J, and my pronouns are they and them. I am an average height individual without the heels, and I am wearing a red hat. I have brown skin, locks down my back, and a flowered shirt and a leather kind of vestment piece. Somebody gave me language earlier because I didn't know what to call it. And so I just welcome you all. If this is your first time here, our virtual community who is joining us, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, also click like and share for my little virtual friends, okay? This is a moment to share with your community as well and join in on the action. If you are here with us physically, I want to invite you to get to be a new companion with somebody in this space, if you are first time being here as well. And I just want to say that we have the animal blessing today, but I want you to put in your members for another announcement of October 27th, which is the Trunk or treat. Okay, I was close. I should have thought about trunks instead. So I just want you to just have that in your mind. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me. It's been two months, and one of the things I wanted to share this earlier, and I forgot to actually share this with the morning folk. This is a work of love by one of my favorite philosophers, Kierkegaard. I'm a nerd when it shows up, but I just want to share this little bit from this section particularly, which says the following about relationship. Where am I at? It disappeared on me. Oh no, and I need my glasses. Okay, there it is. Let us, regardless of position, whether or not it would be something to repay. Love expects by the way of comparison to get a status into a relationship, and others may have relationship as their own achievement. Let us understand each other as an act of achievement. This achievement is love. I just want to share that with you, and welcome again to Beacon.
My name is Nisa Iwama, and I'm the Director of Music Ministry, and I'm here today with John O'Neill and Jermaine Craig. Cool. You can announce the rest of your...
Oh, I'll do that at the chalice lighting.
But for now, we are going to start with a hymn. We're going to sing it slowly, probably twice, so that everyone can get the tune, and it goes like this.
To share with us, absolutely jump in with your ribbits, moos, and meows.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's take it a little bit tempo. Here we go, from the beginning. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or pause or anything they've got now.
Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo. The dogs and the cats, they take up the middle while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, and the old gray badger sighs.
Let's do the chorus.
All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. Listen to the top where the little bird sings. The hooty melody sound, then the high notes ring, and then the hoot owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. Sing it in the nighttime, sing it in the day. When the little duck quacks, it's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high, and some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high, or some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now.
As Jermaine comes to light our chalice, I just want to share with you all that it's Reverend Jay's first animal blessing. And they were pretty excited. I said, get ready for things to get wild today.
And they will. So good morning. My name is Jermaine Kripe, as Misa introduced me earlier, and I serve this congregation as the Lifespan Coordinator. I'm a plus-size 50-something African-American woman with blue and black and unfortunately graying locks, wearing a purple dress and multicolored dots. Unitarian Universalism draws from our heritage of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on the foundation of love. We covenant congregation to congregation and through our association to support and assist one another in our ministries. Love, as Reverend Jay referred to, is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. And this morning we honor the value of interdependence, acknowledging, respecting, and caring and appreciating the interdependent web of all existence and each being that's a part of it. So we light this chalice in honor of our earth partners in the animal realm. The furred and hooved, two-legged and four-legged, many-legged, fanged and clawed, gentle and fierce, wild and tame. May we remember that all animals are our relatives and worthy of our care and our respect. And to our littlest guests, to quote Rainer Maria Welke, I am so glad you're here. It helps me realize how beautiful my world is.
It is such gorgeous chaos in here this morning. It's really beautiful. Good morning. My name is Kit Stinson, she, her, and in honor of the Animal Blessing Sunday, I'm wearing an oversized blue t-shirt. It has kind of a hipsterish looking dog on it, and underneath that drawing, the words say, never heal, never surrender. I am also wearing a burgundy-colored stole, which indicates that I'm one of Beacon's chaplains. Chaplains are trained volunteers who extend spiritual care to our community through deep listening and compassionate presence. We all need care at some point in our lives, and in my experience, the people who start out by saying they don't need it, they can handle their own problems, they often end up being the most enthusiastic about the experience. If you'd like to know more about the chaplain ministry, or if you'd like to be connected to a chaplain, send a note to careteam@summitbeacon.org or speak with Reverend Robin. Chaplains also facilitate our weekly candle lighting ritual. Together, we light candles of joy, sorrow, and gratitude, first as a congregation and then as individuals. The first congregational candle this morning is a candle of gratitude for the youth chaplains who completed their training yesterday. Yeah, let's give them a little round. Okay. We light a candle of compassion and support for everyone struggling to rebuild their lives after the devastation wrought by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. We light a candle for Dussehra, which was yesterday. This is the Hindu festival honoring Durga and Rama and celebrating all that is good in the world. I'm looking at very small children and dogs and thinking about all that is good in the world right here. We light a candle for Jewish UUs and Jews around the world who just observed Yom Kippur. We light a candle of support in this LGBTQ History Month, which is an annual multinational observance. And we also light a candle of solidarity in recognition and support of National Coming Out Day, which was October 11. We light a candle of celebration for the life and music of Dr. Emily Sissy Houston, who died earlier this month at the age of 91. She was the mother of Whitney Houston and also the aunt of Dionne and Dee Dee Warwick and a cousin of Leontine Price. And finally, a candle of joy, affirmation, and gratitude on this Animal Blessing Sunday for all the creatures that grace our lives as pets, wildlife, and part of the sustaining circle of life. For these things and so much more, and for whatever private joys, sorrows, fear, and gratitude you carry today, I invite you to come forward and light a candle here in the sanctuary or wherever you are.
That's definitely my favorite candle lighting of the year. We're going to sing a Navajo prayer. It's number 1069, Ancient Mother. I think we can remain seated for this one. 1069. Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Mother, I feel your laughter. Ancient Mother, I taste your tears. Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Mother, I feel your laughter. Ancient Mother, I taste your tears.
This morning's reading comes from poet Billy Collins, and it's called Dharma. The way the dog trots out the front door every morning without a hat or an umbrella, without any money, or the keys to her doghouse, never fails to fill the saucer of my heart with milky admiration. Who provides a finer example of life without encumbrance? Thoreau and his curtainless hut and single plate and single spoon? Gandhi with his staff and his holy diapers? Off she goes into the material world with nothing but her brown coat and her modest blue collar, following only her wet nose, the twin portals of her steady breathing, followed only by the plume of her tail. If only she didn't shove the cat aside every morning and eat all his food. What a model of self-containment she would be. What a paragon of earthly detachment. If only she were not so eager for a rub behind the ears, so acrobatic in her welcomes. If only I were not her God.
May I ask you to join me in a bit of a meditation? May I also prepare your minds that at the end of this meditation, I hope that you will give me those wonderful animal sounds in your heart as well as out loud, because I will ask for them. But I would like for you to take the moment to think about our feathery friends, our creepy crawly friends, our scaled friends. Robin reminded me this morning of the word sentient beings, and I was like, thank you. I was like, I knew there was a word. It had escaped me. But I am grateful to have such beautiful beings, and we are part of that beingness, right? We are part of a larger interconnected experience. We are not greater than animals. We are not greater than the insect. We are, in many ways, in relationship with them. And I want to invite us to have that moment, and that if we can for a moment cloak ourselves, because we have the ability to do so, cloak ourselves in one of our most beautiful, most admirable sentient being. Maybe you, and if it's not a sentient being, I'll be honest, mythological creatures are welcomed here as well. So if you found yourself sitting with your legs crossed at the end, you probably are sitting like you have a mermaid tail. You are welcomed here. I invite you to take a moment and maybe gallop. And if you're not the horse, then you're the unicorn. If you're a little light on the hoof, then maybe you're Pegasus. I invite you to do all the things so that we can soar and gallop and be in freedom. But find your body in a posture and cloak yourself. Put yourself in the posture of that beautiful being. Maybe you are crawling through the forest. Maybe you are climbing up the bark of the tree. Maybe you are hunkered down in the tall grass, or maybe you are lurking in the waters and the rivers. And maybe you're flying. Maybe you're flapping your wings 1,000 miles a minute, trying to find the next flower to go after. Or maybe you are soaring so high and you just want to glide through the air. And maybe you're swinging from trees, resting on lily pads. Be that for a moment. Place your hand on your stomach. We are going to take a breath in and let it out. We are going to take another breath in and let it out. And I want you to find that creature that you have cloaked yourself in. Breathe in and let out the sound of that creature. Roar.
Good morning, Beacon. Good morning. My name is Erica Hartman. I'm a white middle-aged woman with glasses wearing a green jumpsuit. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, but some people just call me Mom. A friend of mine that I totally admire grew up as a Unitarian Universalist. It was at the dedication of their child that my interest in UU grew. The spiritual leader was praising the earth and asking friends and family to mentor and guide the child. A year later, my mother abruptly passed away. I was in need of a place to grieve and wonder. I started attending my friend's congregation. After a year of going to services, COVID disrupted everything. During this time, my original congregation was having technical difficulties. That's when I found Beacon. Their services were streaming without a glitch. I spent months watching Reverend Robin and Dr. Tooley during a time of such uncertainty and grief. They were true beacons to me. After our second vaccinations, I decided to check it out in real life. Even with mask sign, I could feel the love and commitment from the community here. My children could go off into groups of their peers with the amazing Jermaine while I attended services. It wasn't long till Dr. Tooley was greeting us by name as we walked through the door. Wow, the woman I watched on YouTube knows my name. One Sunday night after dinner, I realized Beacon was the place for my family. Instead of saying our usual, what we were grateful for, my then 5-year-old daughter asked if we could do a rosebud thorn. If you are unfamiliar, don't worry, I was. A rose is something you're grateful for, a bud is something that you're looking forward to, and a thorn is something that is bothering you. I was thrilled that she absorbed something from Beacon and wondered what else we could learn here. Whether you're passionate about social justice, the environment, or you just like to bake, there's a small group here for you at Beacon. If it is social justice, I recommend that you check out Reverend Robin's Wikipedia page. My rose is Beacon. My bud is my children one day attending the 8th grade OWL program. And my thorn is I didn't find this place sooner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica, for your story, for being a part of our community. I am so grateful that you are among those on the other side of all of those very lonely Sunday live streams during the beginning of COVID. And it is with gratitude that overflows the heart that our morning offering will now be most gratefully received.
This song, All Shall Be Well, has lyrics that were written by Julian of Norwich more than 600 years ago. So you're welcome to join in singing once it starts feeling familiar. For all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. May you be safe. May you be strong. May you be lifted up in joy. May you find peace and be at ease. And may you blessed be. May we be safe. May we be strong. May we be lifted up in joy. May we find peace and be at ease. And may we blessed be. For all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Would you please rise in all ways possible and join me in singing number 1010, which is We Give Thanks. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
I got so excited earlier, beloved, I forgot to introduce myself. Thank you, Misa. Thank you, John, for that beautiful song. I'm Reverend Robin. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a member of your lead ministry team. Thank you for the affirmation and acclamation. I continue with a story that is adapted with permission from a wonderful collection that I encourage you to look into, Hawaiian Family Legends. It's written by Matthew Calpio. It begins this way. A long time ago, humans came into being and they loved the world. They loved the spring with the beautiful emerging plants and the blooms just budding. They loved the summer filled with berries and the beginning of harvest and warm, long days. As autumn came, they loved the colors of the trees, but also it began to turn colder. and the humans began to shiver. For the humans, they feared the winter. Sometimes those who were most vulnerable, children or even elders, would really suffer in the cold. The winter was a hard time in those early days. One day, Coyote wandered by the human village. Can someone give me a coyote sound? Oh. The dogs are like, what just happened? Coyote could hear the wailing of the humans as they struggled in winter. Spring was finally coming, and Coyote heard an old human say, "Feel the warmth of the sun. If only we could have this warmth in the winter." Now, Coyote, very good, was not of the people. And Coyote had no need of fire, but he felt sorry for the people who were sad and cold all winter long. Coyote knew that at the top of a far mountain, 3 fire beings lived, and they hoarded the fire. They guarded it, and they kept it going all through the day. They would feed it pine cones and twigs, dried things, and at night they would take turns being on guard so that no one else could have the fire. But one night, Coyote went up to the mountain and watched the schedule of the fire beings, and Coyote began to make a plan. He went back down the mountain and he spoke to his friends among the people. He told them of the shivering, hairless creatures, the humans, and their need for fire. He told them of the selfish fire beings that were hoarding the fire, and he asked his friends, Squirrel, Chipmunk, and Frog, as well as Wood, to come and help. And so the creatures made their way deep into the night to the top of the mountain, and just as the fire beings were changing the guard for the night, Coyote leapt up to the fire and took a burning coal. Well, immediately the fire beings started chasing him as he ran down the mountain. The fire beings flew after him, trying to claw at him, and one of the fire beings touched the tip of Coyote's tail, and that is why it is still white to this day. Coyote threw the fire and Squirrel caught it, but it rolled down Squirrel's back, making his tail stand at attention, just as it is to this day. Squirrel then threw the ember to Chipmunk, but Chipmunk froze in fear, and one of the fire beings caught up and clawed Chipmunk's back, leaving him 3 white stripes that he still carries. Chipmunk then threw the burning coal to Frog. What sound would a frog make? Excellent. Frog began to turn and ran, but the fire being captured his tail, and Frog jumped and tore free of the fire being, and that is why Frog has no tail. The fire beings came at Frog again, and Frog at last threw the coal to Wood. Wood kept the coal safe, but the fire beings could not figure out how to get the coal out of Wood. They yelled at Wood, they sang to Wood, they bargained and offered Wood all kinds of gifts, but Wood would not give up the fire. And finally, the fire beings concluded if they couldn't get the fire from Wood, then the people couldn't either, and they might as well go back up the mountain. Coyote took Wood to the human village and showed them how to get fire from wood. He took 2 sticks and he rubbed them together. Then he spun a sharpened stick in a hole in another piece of wood. Fire came to the humans, and it is said that we were never cold again. Here ends our story, a story that teaches us humans a valuable lesson, a couple of valuable lessons. 1, don't mess with fire beings. Two, we are never just ourselves. In the story, the fire comes not from human-only creation. It comes from a companion of creatures who band together and through creative ways and using their skills create an entire source of survival for the humans. The same is true of our lives, isn't it? We don't just depend on ourselves. We depend in community, but we also depend on all life on earth. The story also tells us of Coyote who appears in many Native American stories, kind of as a trickster, but also as one who reveals life as it truly is. And in this case, Coyote reminds us of the worth of things for which we have no need. Coyote doesn't need the fire. And yet the fire is valuable to Coyote. Valuable because it will save his friends, those hairless, shivering creatures called humans. The same is true for us, for our animal blessing. We may not have direct need of all manner of creatures, and yet we see them as worthy, as part of this interdependent web of all existence. Indeed, beloved, we gather this day to bless these creatures who are our companions, our family members, even our spiritual guides. Across the ages and throughout the world, there is a deep, abiding connection between and throughout all life. Trees communicate far beneath the earth, root system to root system. The bee gives the whole world the fruits of its travels, and the great whale swims in a world of companions. This is the spirit of life of which we as Unitarian Universalists, we sing and we affirm in our principle of the interdependent web of all existence, that value of interdependence. We acknowledge in the words of St. Francis, if you have humans who will exclude any of God's creatures from the shelter of compassion and pity, you will have humans who will deal likewise with one another. How we understand ourselves as a part of a greater web connects to the way in which we live with one another.
Today, we take photos and mementos and stuffies and all, as well as our companions, our companions' feathered, scaled, furry, and finned being in our midst to bless them. We use the water from our water communion and include all the water from the prior decades. We acknowledge that we are blessed and sustained and depend upon life beyond our own. Blessing is not a wow. My brain is shutting down, y'all, bear with me. Blessing is not a solitary act of an ordained minister, but it is the priesthood of all people. And today we acknowledge the calling of all creatures. We bless in our actions to take care, to heal, to listen, to learn, and to only take what we need in this life. As John leads us in music, please come forward to be blessed by Reverend Robin and myself.
And for those of us joining online, we invite you, if there is a beloved creature within your reach, to offer this blessing to them. May the great love hold you in peace, in safety, and joy.
And joy.
All right, would you please join Jermaine and me and John, and Reverend Jay and Reverend Robin in singing 1064, our hymn to the earth, our blessing for the earth and all the web of existence. It's Blue Boat Home, and I invite you to rise in any way possible and join as we sing together. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, overburdened pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Beloved, I invite you to take a hand or a paw, a claw, or a wing as we close our time together. Those online, would you extend your hands toward mine and Reverend Jay? And now may the great love that is our source and ultimate return, the energy weaving its way through all of creation on this blue boat home, may that love guide you, sustain you, nourish you, and be a gift that you give freely to all whom you meet until we meet once more. Go in love. Amen.